Blessed love and blessings way up to be back with another video. The bronze bomber Deontay Wilder is set to meet with Big George Foreman. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to Real Life Boxing!
Blessed love and blessed day. Oh, boxing world, boxing nation, fighting world, fight nation. It's Coach Fighting. This is Real Life Boxing. As I said, Deontay Wilder has agreed to meet with Big George Foreman ahead of his trilogy with Tyson Fury. Hey, before we get into it, I'm gonna ask y'all to smash on that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell icon so you can be notified when all content is being uploaded on the channel of Real Life Boxing. Shortly after Deontay Wilder lost to Tyson Fury, Big George Foreman tweeted that he sees a need for Deontay Wilder and that he would be willing and would like to work with Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder has responded. Deontay Wilder has responded and says that he is going to meet with Big George Foreman. The words of Big George Foreman said, "I can take Wilder back with me to where I was, take him back to the boxer he ought to be. I know I can take him there. In those weeks, I can show him how to do it, and then it belongs to him. He will be able to keep himself up from that point, and no one will ever again be able to take his legs away." I like the talking from George Foreman, and like I said in my previous video when I covered Big George coming out and wanted to help Deontay Wilder, like I said, I think that it would be a great service to Deontay Wilder to go and work with Big George Foreman. Big George Foreman, a man himself who suffered a defeat to Muhammad Ali in the time of his career where he thought he was invincible, where he thought nobody can beat him, and Muhammad Ali actually knocked him out in the 7th round, right? In the 7th round, just like Deontay Wilder was stopped. So with that being said, George Foreman went into a deep depression, took a long layoff off, and then came back a bigger man in girth, but a better fighter as far as skill. So George Foreman in himself, he went to work with an all-time great, Archie Moore, and he learned from Archie Moore. So it would be a great service, as I said, to Deontay Wilder to get to work with George Foreman. And I think that George Foreman believes that it will be a great service for him to help Deontay Wilder just as he was helped by an all-time great in Archie Moore. So I like it. You know what I mean? I like it. I think that Deontay Wilder can learn a lot from George Foreman. George Foreman being a big man, being one of the all-time great heavyweights who has been in there, you know, with some of the old-time greats like Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, up to the new era like Evander Holyfield and these fighters. So I think that it will be absolutely great for Deontay Wilder to get the teachings from a fighter like Big George Foreman. So we'll see what happens, you know, in the comings, but Deontay Wilder has said that he is definitely set to meet with Big George Foreman, and I think that it's great. I think that it's absolutely great for the simple fact that, you know, also with Deontay Wilder, we all know that he needs to get better. We all know that he's lacking fundamentals. We all know that he's lacking skill, but at the same time, he has certain skills and certain fundamentals that have taken him this long. You know, not just the power, subtle fundamentals and subtle skills that have taken him this far. He was an Olympic bronze medalist, of course. I believe that he's just gotten, you know, laxed and really confident in his power, and his team also. You know what I mean? They all got really relaxed and really confident in his power. And me, for myself, I started to get nervous when Deontay Wilder started saying he only had to be perfect for 1 second, because you know, fights against Ortiz is getting outboxed for the majority of the fight. A lot of people thought that he lost most rounds against Tyson Fury in the first fight, even though I don't think so. And then a lot of people feel like he lost most of the rounds in the second fight. And well, you know, he did lose most of the rounds, maybe besides the first round. But you know, like I said, I think that it would be a mighty service to Deontay Wilder to go and work with George Foreman. He can learn a lot from George Foreman as far as workout technique, as far as keeping his body up, and of course the sweet science boxing. You know what I'm saying? George Foreman had a much better defense. You know, when he came back in his older days, when he came back, he had a much better defense. He used to use that cross crab style defense. He might teach Deontay Wilder some of that. Very good stiff jab, walking fighters down behind the jab. nasty uppercuts from Big George. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can teach Deontay Wilder, and it's going to be interesting to see what Deontay Wilder can pick up from Big George Foreman. But George Foreman has reached out to Wilder to work with him, and Deontay Wilder has accepted, and I think that is a beautiful thing. You guys tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. Until then, keep fighting your fight and protect yourself at all times, man. Peace and one love. So if you like this video and you would like to see more great content like this on the channel, go to the PayPal link or the Cash App link in the description and show your appreciation by donating any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. This is Real Life Boxing.